Hi guys, it's me, the Witch of Boise, here to do another episode of Toasty Tarot Nights. Make sure that you do like and subscribe. Also comment below. Tell me how your Toasty Tarot Nights is going. Also, if you have any of my readings that resonates, or anything I talk about that resonates with you, just make sure that you do comment below. I love to read your comments and, you know, we can start a dialogue. I don't know, just do it. So, before I get started, this is a general read, and if it resonates with you, yes! Super stoked! Woo! If it doesn't resonate with you, well, I'm sorry. So, also, if there is a love reading, I typically read to a female about a male. So my pronouns are interchangeable. So he's can be she's, she can be he's, he, she, whatever is going on in your life. Let us get started. But first, let's cheers, guys. Let's cheers to Pride Week. Cheers to pride. Cheers to being who you can be, all that you can be, being able to go out and just be you. And I think that is the best way of describing pride. So let's cheers to that, to being us. Clink. And let's do one more cheers. Whoa, that was strong. Let's cheers to love. Love is love, baby. Cheers. Oh, that cocktail went down too smooth. I might have to have another one after this video. I've had quite a week. All right, guys. So let's do a reading really quick. I do have, oh my gosh, I'll have to talk to you about this, but I think I'm just going to do one read because I have a lot to talk to you guys about. Got a lot. All right. So, tarot, what do you want to talk about? Ooh. First one is 7 of Cups. They're going everywhere. Okay. Then I had 2 of them that fell out there face down. The 4th one is 6 of Cups. Okay. All right, so number 1 is 7 of Cups. Number 2 is Ace of Swords. 3 is Ace of Cups, and 4 is the 6 of Cups. So right off the bat that there's choices that are being made right now. And you need to make sure that you are short, direct, to the point. Do not waver from, don't be wishy-washy. These choices are all about destiny in the way of how you're wanting your life to be. So you have to make a choice. You can't be like, well, I do like this one, or if you're stuck on one, like, I don't know. Just be direct with yourself. You know, the best way of making a decision, which I know this, I'm very indecisive sometimes, and I like to weigh all my options and be very careful with them, but sometimes you have to like stop thinking about it, and once you ask like the question of like, we'll just do a dumb one where it's like, what's your favorite color? And you have to ask yourself, and right then, it's the first color that pops into your mind. You don't just like wish-wash on it, but I like this one. What is the first color that pops into your mind? That is your decision. That is that Ace of Swords coming in and being like, we're not going to be tossing this around. This is what your decision is. Then there is some sort of like love, emotion. Something big is happening right now, and it's starting. Your cup overfloweth. It feels like there's so much going on, and there's so much emotion, and it's just overspilling. And I think that that is what these cups are doing with that decision making. It's You're making this right decision to a really cool opportunity and a really cool starting of something really great emotionally. Now, this could be love, but this can be just like, in a sense, emotions. This can be your own personal emotions. This can be your own self-love. This can be something that is like that. It is overflowing. There is just a really good vibe of that emotion. There's no negative cards in this. I don't have any sort of negative feeling about it. And then you have that Six of Cups. So Six of Cups to me in this reading is like regaining, not something that is the same, but something that is similar than what you have had in the past. So this is a really good sign with that emotion. So it's just making sure that you are direct, that you are making these choices. You don't wish-wash on them. Don't be flaky. It's just stick to your guns, go for it, and something really great from your past. And this can be a person, this can be, but I'm feeling more like this is something that, like an event. So like, for instance, if this was a general a reading on myself, I would say that this is like a relationship of some sort that I've had in the past, and it might not be with that person, but it's going to be kind of like the same thing, if that makes sense. So this can be like a friendship, this can be a mentor, this can be a love, this can be something that is like that. So it's coming back from the past. Doesn't necessarily mean it's that person, but it's definitely coming. So I just kind of want to do a couple clarifying cards for, well, clarifying cards for that Six of Cups and also that Seven of Cups. So let's start with, oh my gosh. You have the Queen of Cups that just came out. So even before I like asked, I think that's a really good like overall message where it's like, listen to your intuition, listen to yourself, listen to what your third eye, listen to your psychic abilities, because everyone has them. You just have to hone in on them. And it's just make sure that you have that stability, that emotional stability, but you're also being really in touch with your feelings. And I think like with the decision making, when you're in touch with your feelings, it makes it a lot easier to being like, well, I don't like how this makes me feel, so I'm not going to do that. Makes it a lot easier of a choice. Okay, so let's clarify Seven of Cups. Okay, so one just shot out and it's face down. So what kind of decisions are we making? Oh my gosh, okay. That one flipped. So there's another one that flipped, and that is the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm going to just get these in order. Ooh, oh my gosh, this is so creepy. I love it. Okay, so I'm just going to read off the cards. So you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Two of Swords, you have the Five of Swords, you have the Page of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Pentacles. So there is a lot of choices going on, because you have some sword energy, not a lot. But then you have, well, actually, that's so strange. So you have two sword energies, and they're all next to each other. You have two sword energies, you have some Page of Wands energy, or just Wands energy, and then you have Pentacles energy. Very creepy. Also, just by looking at that, so that's two cards from each set except the cups. But you realize that we have 7 cards that came out for your, oh my gosh, for your Seven of Cups. So this could be each of these options. Each of these cups are full of them. But I honestly feel like no matter what cup you choose, whatever decision you make, it's destiny. And I said that at the beginning of it, and it creeps me out because I obviously did not plan on that with shuffling. But yeah, it's no matter what choice you make, just be direct with it. Don't be wishy-washy. Just know it and know that that is what your destiny is. That's your future. That's your fate. So, that's really very cool. So it does feel like you are in a point where your heart and your mind are not aligned. You are not on the same page. You want victory, but you want at what cost? So this is the card of like winning, but like not feeling like you won. So for instance, it's like my best example is Trixie Mattel from RuPaul's Drag Race winning All Stars. Sorry, spoiler alert. But she won in a really kind of crappy way where it wasn't like she won, you know, where it wasn't like the top competitors competing, which her competitor was still good. We're not dissing the competitor, Kennedy Davenport, but she wasn't the number 2. She wasn't the top 2. She really wasn't. And it should have been Shangela. Shangela and Trixie should have gone head to head. Little side note. And so that's kind of like that victory feeling where it's like you won, but it felt like you really didn't because you weren't being on the high competitor. And sometimes like when you win, it hurts other people's feelings, or like it's like catching like your best friend's husband cheating, and you're being like, oh, I caught them cheating, but now I have to tell my best friend. You know, it wins in the way of like, haha, caught you, because you knew that this guy was a scumbag, but at the same time, is it really winning? Because then you're hurting your friend. So it's that kind of like, oh, this is not good. It's not a good win, but it is a win. And then you have like there's a passion that's going on. There is something that is starting anew and starting to materialize. There's a manifestation that is happening and messages that are coming your way for this passion. And this is coming pretty quickly. So this is all with those choices of that 7 of Cups. Also, money is becoming one of those issues in your choices as well. So maintaining good monetary values in the way of not like eating at home, not spending a lot of money. Don't always eat out. You don't have to buy a brand new pair of shoes because you have some already. Same with clothes and things like that. You don't have to be that materialistic and just do the basics. Really start to focus on what your spending is. And you're going to really make some smart choices that way. So I feel like these are all types of choices that you individually have to make. So it's like cups within the cups. But just know, because you're going to have this energy of being indecisive and whatnot, but just know that it is fate and destiny. Okay, so really quick, I kind of want to know what the 6 of Cups is, and then we can talk. Okay, so 3 cards just came out. Oh my gosh. How many is that? That was 3 that just flipped out. Okay, that's too many. Tarot has a lot to say about this. I might have to do another video. Holy crap. Okay. All right. Tarot, you're cutting into my talking time, but it has a lot to say. Okay, let me just organize these just real quick. Oh my gosh. Whoa. So there's a lot that's coming. This is past. This is something from the past that is coming up. And this is coming with those cups, the 7 of Cups, so the choices and whatnot. And all of this stuff is coming up. And you're having something that's coming from the past, and I'm asking what it is. So whatever's coming to the past is coming quickly. This can be friends. This can be friends that had a betrayal. This could be heartbreak. This could be an ex-lover. But I feel like this is a friend that betrayed you. This is someone that hurt you. And I feel like it's more in a friend's aspect. But there's positivity that's on this way. So there's going, and I don't know, this can be like a friend that has come in the past, but this can be also someone that reminds you of that friend where you had that good relationship, and this is going to be a positive one. And if this is someone that is returning from the past, that this is going to be a positive change. But all of your wishes are going to come true with that 9 of Cups. I feel like this is going to be like a relationship of some sort. Because you have another ace. So Ace of Wands. And Ace of Wands to me is like the start of a passion. This is the start of creativity and stuff. But this is it's so phallic in my opinion that this is like a sex card. So you have like this 3 of Cups, you have this 3 of Swords, and you have this Ace of Wands. To me, it just feels like this is a sexual energy that's coming back. And it's coming back this year. So when I say that it's coming back quickly, the time frame is within this year. So you might think quickly is like tomorrow, but you know, in tarot time is irrelevant. So it can be a blink of an eye when it says it's really quick, but it can be also like years, where if you're living a long life, a couple years is a blink of an eye in the span of your entire life. So you have to keep that in mind too when, like with timing, it's irrelevant. Then you have the making, like the 7 of Swords, which is healthy boundaries, and making sure you have healthy boundaries for this return, for whatever this is. And then make sure that you rest with that 4 of Swords. So it's making sure you have those healthy boundaries, making sure you rest when you need to. Don't overexert yourself. And then if you're feeling trapped in it, don't feel trapped, because you're not. But this is a really good sign with the Sun being here, because it's really giving this positive energy of like, you've learned these stuff. You have this stuff down. And something big is coming that's coming from your past. But you've learned these lessons. You know these things. And it's just a reminder of take care of yourself. Now there is either a trip or this is that suitor that is coming. So this can be a vacation, this can be going somewhere and then maybe meeting them or seeing them there or something of that aspect. But this can be also like they are coming to court you. So watch out for that. What a cool read. So this is a really awesome energy, and it's really emphasizing the fact that you just need to just really focus on yourself, and you have all of these tools, and this just is a really cool feeling and a really cool reading, that it's just like fate and destiny is happening. And buckle up, Buttercup, because it's gonna be freaking sweet. Like you've learned your lessons, you've had this journey, and this it's a journey to like your destination of what you're wanting in your life and the whole pinnacle of it. And you're getting right to not the summit, not the complete summit, but you're getting up to a ridge, and it's like that leveling up. It's coming, you are almost there. And I think that once this 6 of Cups, it's gonna hit you like a ton of bricks and being like, that's exactly what that fate and destiny was. And it can be a person, an event, something of that sort that is going to bring you back to your past, and you're going to have the tools to do better than what was in the past. All right, guys, well, give that a thumbs up. Let me know if that resonated with you, and make sure that you are subscribed. Okay. So, I just want to talk to you guys. So, last weekend, this last 2 weeks have been nuts. I have been focused solely on choir. We had our last concert, quote unquote, that was just with the Boise Gay Men's Chorus and the Boise Women's Chorus last weekend, and it was the Elton John sing-along. It was so much fun. Excuse me. And we were all dressed up and just looked cute, and we did such a good job, and it was a blast. And if you ended up coming, thank you so much. It really helps with the support of the community, and it just makes us love it even more. It is so much fun to perform, and it's so much fun to see people having fun at our concerts. So that was a lot of fun. And then this week we are preparing for our next and last concert for this season. Then we pick up back into the fall. So I get 2 months off of it. Oh, I'm so ready. I love choir, but I am so burnt out because we have lost so many people just flaking out. They don't want to do it. It's summertime. They're just like, nope, I'm done. And it's really hard to keep people engaged in it. So we went from a pretty large, not super large, but a pretty substantial amount of people to now there's like 3 like altos, like not, well, I should say like maybe 5. It's nuts. It's scary because our next concert is going to be so emotional. It is called Considering Matthew Shepard. If you are unaware of who Matthew Shepard is, he is the young man that was killed in the early 90s in Wyoming for being gay. So he was picked out by 2 guys, and just for the fact that he was gay, he was beaten, tortured, and hung on a fence, left to die out in Wyoming, which he eventually did. Awful, awful, awful. And I just kind of want to press on the fact with pride. I live in a really conservative state, live in Idaho, and it's mostly conservative people. Luckily, I live in Boise. Boise's becoming a lot more liberal, and it's really nice to see the diversity that's going on here. But there are people that don't understand pride. There's a huge thing that's on Facebook and everything where it's like, well, what about straight pride and all this stuff? And I think we just have to remember, like with what Matthew Shepard and all of that, is what pride is about is being yourself and authentically yourself, and being able to leave your house and go into public and be authentically yourself without having to worry about being hurt, humiliated, or even killed. Pride is so much more than just like a gay celebration. It is a celebration of love and of being authentically yourself. The gay community, I have never met a more welcoming and beautiful group of people. That is why I am forever an ally. I have a lot of friends that are in the LGBTQ community, and I could not be prouder of them. And I have so much love and respect for it, because it's being authentically yourself. And when you feel like you are strange and weird, they are the type of a community where it's like, we don't care who you are, just accept us as we are. And that's what I absolutely love about that community. And it's so beautiful. And with this concert that's coming up with Considering Matthew Shepard, it is such a beautiful piece. It is like, I think it's 111 minutes of just pure gorgeousness. And it's moving, it's beautiful, it's thoughtful. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud to be a part of something, even if I'm not in it a lot, or we aren't participating as much as I'd like it to be. But I'm so honored to be a part of something so beautiful and so meaningful, and especially in the city of Boise and the state of Idaho. I think it is wonderful. So if you are in the state of Idaho, make sure that you do come, or in Boise, make sure that you do come. It is on Sunday. So, and tickets are at Opera Idaho. So it is going to be fantastic. But yeah, I had a really great conversation with a coworker that was just like, I have gay family members. I just don't get pride. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I just think it's just an excuse to wear skimpy clothes and like just make out with each other. And I'm like, and I can understand that to a certain extent, but I'm just like, it's so much more than that. And I told her, I'm like, think of it as this, like, this is what pride's about. And I explained to her, just like I explained to you guys, what my thoughts are on pride. And I said, you know, there's a lot of people that, like, Christmas is a really good example, where the Christmas season is about family and love and friendship and sharing and caring about humanity and being family to each other. But, and if you're Christian, it's about the birth of Jesus. But a lot of people get stuck on Santa Claus and presents. And so, like, it's the same kind of aspect of it, where it's, you have to think of pride of what pride really is, and really ask you what it is, and not just like the flamboyant side of it. And she was just like kind of blown away, like, I get that, like I can respect that. So that's another tip on talking about things that, you know, you might not agree with someone, where it's going with an understanding and being like, you know what, I can agree to disagree, or I can understand your point of view, but what about this? And just go about it in that way, and you never know. You have someone that might think of it a little bit differently and be like, okay, I get it. But yeah, so it's been crazy busy. I've been trying to get music memorized a little bit, and trying to get everything up and going. I've been stressed out. This week, I had a full-on panic attack. I was really calm during it. I've had panic attacks before where I am uncontrollable and it is intense. But I'm gonna maybe get a little weepy. But I thought I was having a heart attack. I had severe chest pain. I've never felt it like that before. I started walking around. I got up and I started to kind of get in a panic. And I took some aspirin, and then my left arm went numb, and I got into a full-fledged panic attack. My mind started to make up symptoms. So, like, my jaw started to hurt. It didn't hurt, but it felt like it hurt. So it was just my mind starting to panic. And so I started to get into a full-on panic attack, thinking that I was having a heart attack. And it was scary. It was embarrassing. I was mortified, and I got home for lunch and I just tried to like really center myself and calm down, and I couldn't. I usually have panic attacks, not a lot, but when I do, they're about 10 minutes long. This one was a 2-hour long one. When I would try to get out of that spiral, it just got tighter and it was just awful. But luckily I got out of it. I was fine. It was not a heart attack. I'm good. And I feel like my soul got rejuvenated when my best friend from Salt Lake came to Boise. She was here for family stuff, and I didn't really get to see her all that much, but we had lunch together, and it was like, I needed this girl. I needed this so bad. So it really did just put the wind in my sails and was just like, I got this. So I just want to thank her for spending some time with me, because I love her energy. It is so amazing, and she's just such a great friend. But anyways, guys, I think that is it for right now. I can't think of anything else. I'm running out of time. But let's cheers. Let's cheers to pride. Cheers to happiness, health, wealth, and love. Love is love, guys. Clink. And cheers to also hopefully killing my concert on Sunday. I'm hoping we do great. Also, if you are in the Boise area, we are performing tomorrow at 8 a.m. and then at noon on the main stage during Pride. So check us out if you're in the Boise area. Anyways, cheers. Clink, clink, clink. Oh man, so good. All right, guys, I hope to see you soon. Bye. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment below. Tell me what's going on. Bye, guys. Love you so much. Thanks for watching.